What's going on, everyone? Thank you so much, Carlos, for just checking in. How are we looking? We looking fine? I'm Marco Brooks, and welcome to Live for Real, Live Love, Live Life, and Live for Real. Hey, Trudy over at Instagram World Girl. You playing games tonight, but I love you, girl. You're one of my most favorite girls, I'm telling you. When I hit that red carpet to get my local Emmy in Washington, D.C., get those pumps ready, Trudy, because you're pumping it with me. Girl, no questions. You are on the red carpet with me. Everybody can't go, I'm just being honest. But Trudy, you got a spot, girl. Prosecco and all. Can't you just see it, Trudy? We'll be in our limo riding, girl. Soraya, me, you, Victor, turning up. Oh, and we'll be able to say, you did it, boo-boo, as you always tell me. I love you, Trudy. All right, what's going on, everyone in Facebook world? Hi, in Instagram world. I'm Marco Brooks, and welcome to Live for Real, a show where we what? Who can get it right tonight? We don't just what? We live, love, live life, and we live all the way for real. And you know what? We live fabulously. I need to add that to the quote. But the brand says, live, love, live life, and live for real. Who can say it? Can you live, love, live life, and live for real? Do you live, love, life, and live it for real? A lot of people, as they see me, you all. Okay, let's bring it down. Alrighty. 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 Alrighty, I'm Marco Brooks, and welcome. Is this Naya Carroll, one of my former students? I guess once a student, always a student. What's going on, Naya? I hope everything is going well in your life. Good to see you. Please tune in. Don't go anywhere. Mickey, thank you so much for watching. Carlos, thank you for always tuning in first, because you know, Trudy, I love you, girl, with everything that I have within me. I mean that with a passion. This pandemic can't keep me away from you. So you all, Trudy is one of my best individuals in the world. She's my, she requires a moment of silence. I love her so much. Alrighty. Welcome to the show. Alisa Lark, all of my hometown girl. Sharice, y'all, my other good girl. Sharice. Sharice gets a moment of silence too. That's my good girl. I love her with a passion. I am surrounded with girls who live, love, live life, and live for real. That's how we roll in the Live for Real empowerment camp. Alrighty? So let's go ahead and turn. Okay. We're good. We welcome. Welcome to the show tonight, you all. I'm Marco Brooks. Sorry for the delay. I miss you too, Sharice. I so do. I can't wait to squeeze you and love on you and just get all that positive energy. You all, Trudy, Sharice, my former student, Naya Carroll. I've been surrounded by a lot of people who know how to love and who know how to live, love, live life, and live for real. And they look fabulous when they do it. Sharice is always snatched. Trudy is always snatched. You know, so we're always there. PJ, is that another one of my former students? Yes, that's another one of my former students. So thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. I'm Marco Brooks. Alisa Lark, one of my she knew me when? She knew me the yellow school bus when we were riding the school bus to go to school and family. And remember we used to charge the bull and make the bull chase the school bus? Anyway, we have all those memories. That's Alisa Lark. She's fabulous. She's always been fabulous. I love you, Alisa. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. She's always had such a gentle spirit. That's the one thing that I know about Alisa Lark. Your spirit has always been gentle. You were always that pleasant spirit that made me feel like Sharice and Trudy. See, you all have the same characteristics. Love lives for real. Alrighty? I'm Marco Brooks, you all. Welcome to the show tonight. Tonight we're going to talk about what is binge worthy. What is binge watching worthy? What is binge watching worthy? So what is binge watching worthy? That means that when you're sitting at home just in your own space, what are you watching? What are you tuning into? Alrighty. So we have a nice little show for you tonight. There are no one-on-one interviews. Alrighty. We're going to conclude that with next week and the weeks to come. So listen, before I even start the show out, we're going to talk tonight. You know, we're going to go to 9, maybe a little 9:19-ish. But listen, there are a couple of shows I want to bring to you all. I really want to bring you shows that really change your lives for real. Sarah Graves, you all, she's here. Sarah, I love you. While you're here, I'm going to go ahead and tell you this while I have you on the line. Instagram, thank you so much. Another one of my former students, Richard Bowler, one of my sons. I love you. Thank you so much. I'm so proud of you. Don't you go anywhere, Richard. I'm coming back. Instagram, welcome. Facebook, welcome. I'm Marco Brooks. Welcome to Live for Real. Not just a show where we live for real, but we what, you all? We live, love, live life, and live for real. I just saw Sarah Graves come on. She's actually Sarah Graves Sharp. I attended her wedding probably about 2-3 years ago, and she was one of the most beautiful, breathtaking brides I have ever seen. And I'm just being honest, you all. It is what it is. She took my breath away. She made me literally want to be married. Like, immediately. And I just want to say to you, Sarah, you are a sweet soul. I've always seen beauty in you. And I've always admired just that sweetness that you had and that realness, that bluntness. So from my heart to yours, Sarah, if you're watching for whatever reason, I'm just sharing this with you because I saw you pop on. I love you. I always have loved you. And you're on my refrigerator, girl. I literally have your picture on my refrigerator because your love inspired me so much that I just wanted to hold on to it. And I've always loved her. You know how you meet people and they don't quite know about you and you don't quite know about them. But if they really, really get down to the common denominator, you all love the same way. That's how I felt about Sarah. She's just felt like my sister. You know, my sister's very much like her. You know, the shell looks like bark hard, but at the core is so sweet. And her daughter is just the most sweetest thing. She inspired me to want to be a daddy. So I just want to say to you, Sarah, if I've never said to you before, I love you, baby. And you really, really inspired me more than you know. Your relationship inspired me. Your just you. I just wish we could have got closer because I love you. I do. So anyway, moving forward. The show tonight is all about love, y'all. We just want to extend love. I'm Marco Brooks. I've been doing this show now for free. Not for free on my expense, but for free to the world. For about 6 years. And I was inspired to do this show because I've always wanted to help people live their best lives. And not just from this pretentious materialistic perspective, but just starting from basic steps. How do you treat yourself? How do you treat others? Do you love yourself? Do you really, really, really care about people? You know, and first, are you honest? Are you honest with yourself? A lot of times we give back to the world, you all. And the world doesn't always give back to us or the people around us. But I've always wanted to cater to those that give back to everybody around them, but never give back to themselves. And the people that I really, really gravitate to really, really know how to live, love, live life, and live for real. We're chosen. We're chosen to give back. We're chosen to make a difference. We're chosen to sacrifice. We're chosen to be the strong people in our families. We're chosen to be the strong people in our friendships and our jobs and our relationships. You are the chosen. And I really, truly believe that I really gravitate to people who are the chosen. So tonight, I speak freely. Richard Bowler, you're chosen. Trudy Moore, you're chosen. Sarah Graves Sharp, you're chosen. Naya Carroll, you're chosen. Carlos, you're chosen. You have no choice but to be chosen. But those that I call out, I just speak. Alisa Lard, you're chosen, girl. So those that really, really tuned in tonight, I just speak positivity into your life. Alrighty. So we're gonna kick things off tonight because we want to talk about what is binge-worthy watching. When you binge-worthy watch, that means that you take that remote. See, y'all fired. I should have had my props in my hand. I should be able to click the remote, right? So even I'm fired because I'm my own production. I am talent, you all. I'm wardrobe. I'm makeup. I'm hair. Yeah, I'm hair. I said, how you got a hairline? Don't worry about all that. But he has one. He has one because it's his. And look, it's clean. Right, because it's his. So never predict what you think I am or what I'm going to be about. Because tomorrow I may have a whole pink do. So I just wanted to go back to having hair. You know, make it work while it's still lasting. I was bald for about 9-10 years. I loved it. But now I really just want to rock a new look. Right? So anyway, moving forward. But if you see me next week with a nice Asian look, with hair down to here, don't gossip. Don't even go on social media. Because it's me embracing what I felt that day. Now, no, we're not gonna go to here. We might go here though. I've always wanted a little Asian do where I throw and the wind blows. So anyway, we're gonna move forward. Tonight's show is all about the binge watching. So when you're in your private space, just you're not teleworking. You're doing what you do. What are you watching? Like, really, what inspires your soul? You can't just sit and watch television and say, oh, I'm just watching TV. No, what are you really watching, right? What are you really watching? So we're going to share that tonight. But I want to share this with you all before we even start the show. You know, I always share my little trinkets. We're in a pandemic. What are you doing during this pandemic, right? Some of you on Amazon and you just clicking. What are you ordering? So I want to share some trinkets with you, right? So let's start. We all started with the AirPod things, right? How many of you have these? How many of you have these? Right? Hello, Miss Bryce. What's going on, girl? Is that Miss Marquita Bryce that I went to high school with in Civil Love High School that we used to turn up in journalism class? So here we go. How many of you all have the AirPods, right? So I used to work out with these forever. I would lose them. I replaced them. It paused Instagram. Sorry, you know how this works. I replaced these 3 times. 3 times, right? So let me show you my new trinket. My new trinket during the little pandemic, blessed and highly favored, are the Raycon AirPods. You all look. They're the actual Brandy's little brother, Ray J. They're his AirPods. So I saw them one night. I was watching Good Girls on Netflix. So anyway, I saw this one night, the Raycon AirPods. And I said, you know what? That's Brandy's little brother. Hey, Shanti, what's going on? So Shanti, look, I highlighted tonight that I'm wearing hair, right? I've been rocking this for a while. Shanti is going to make me you all, because I've been pushing this for a while. I'm going to come back to this. Shanti makes hair products. He pushes dreads, but he makes wigs. I've been pushing him and one of my best friends, Crease, to make a male wig hairline. I'm not saying that I'm going to come and compete with the girls and have a bun and a Whitney Houston bun in the 90s, but I'm saying that I may want to rock a little Asian cut. So Shanti is going to create wigs for male bald men who don't mind rocking bald hair. Now, you all look, contrary to popular belief, look, this is my hair. This is my hair. I just wanted to grow it back. But Shanti's going to make me some wigs. So when I travel after this pandemic to live, love, live life, and live for real, when I come to your schools, your churches, and your business establishments, I'm coming to motivate you to live, love, live life, and live for real. I have a whole show. So call me. That's what I'm doing next after I get this doctorate. So I'm going to come and live, love, live life, and live for real in your churches, your businesses, your schools. I'm the person to call to inspire your young males. I'm telling you all, I have a true story. So you won't know unless you call me there. I promise you, you will never meet another one like me. So get me there. But anyway, so Shanti is going to create that wig line and he's going to hook me up. So I just wanted to go back to just growing it out. And I did what I did. But contrary to popular belief, look, it's mine. This is my full-fledged hair. I added a little pump it to the front, but we're good with the hair. So I wanted to grow it back because, I don't know, I did bald for 10 years. But anyway, I purchased the Raycon AirPods, and you all, guess what? They are magnificent. They are magnificent. I sing gospel, on the regular. My life was singing gospel. That's what I grew up doing. I just did it. Oh, so I grew up singing gospel. You already know what church is down south. Anyway, we're going to move on. I'm not going to sing tonight. But I love feeling like I'm actually singing, performing. And I ordered these. I can go anywhere. They don't fall out. So I will be real with you. Not knocking Apple because I'm iPhone all the way. But Apple compared to Raycon, these are awesome. So order yours today. I only paid like $80 for them. I paid $80. So if you would like to order them compared to these were like 140, I want to say. And I lost them 3 times. You won't lose these. They connect in your ear. I don't want to open them. I'm scared they might mess up the technology, but I'll at least demonstrate. All right, so this is the right ear. And they have at the bottom the little R. See? The little R is at the bottom. And this side is the little part. Now, some of you like, oh, my God, I hate those parts. But you put it in and look. Look how that fits you all. Isn't that comfortable? You like my little earring? That's my Whitney Houston inspired I'm Your Baby Tonight earring of the 80s. But anyway, look. Isn't that fabulous? Makes it feel like I'm on stage. Mic check 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you live, love, live life, and live for real? You know what I mean? So look, get your pair today. Order them. So that's the Raycon. That's my first little gadget I'm going to. So order those. Hello, Instagram world. Hello, Facebook world. I'm Marco Brooks. On this show, the Live for Real show, we don't just live what? We live, love, live life, and we live all the way for real. Some of you, I've been getting all types of messages. People are bold. One of my best friends, my boss, my sister. She doesn't really feel like a boss. I hate using that. She's my sister, Lynette Bacchus. I love you, Lynette. I truly feel like we're related. She's one of those dearest people that the Lord sent me when I first got to D.C. that just keeps me straight. She can look at me and just make me straighten up. Because you all know sometimes I'm out of control. But she really inspires me, and it has just been great to be on her leadership. I love you, Lynette. I truly do with all my heart, with all of my heart. Girl, you call me no matter what it is, I'm on the way. She's one of them girls. So much respect for her. But anyway, so that's my first gadget. Go order this today, you all. It was $79. When you're on Instagram, when you're on Amazon, just ordering stuff, order these. I'm telling you, they are worth it. When I work out at night, when I go on my run during the day, I pop these in. And my dog, sorry neighbor, my neighbor's back there, but anyway, her dog barks. She is a Yorkie. And I'm over it most days. So when I'm trying to teach, I just actually pop these in. And I go at it. Was that Royalty Wiley that I used to teach back at IDEA? Ms. Bacchus, Royalty Wiley, I think this is one of my former students, another former student, Richard Bowler, on Facebook world. Royalty Wiley, one of the girls I used to rip to shreds. Naya, I used to rip you to shreds too. Richard, I used to rip you to shreds. Royalty, I used to rip you to shreds, girl. If you all don't know Facebook, I am an educator. Outside of being a motivational speaker / talk show host, on the verge of getting a local Emmy. You all have to support me. I'm going to run to get a local Emmy for my Live for Real empowerment show that just encourages you to be empowered. So you click on those votes when I hit you up. Don't be shady. But anyway, these are my former students I used to rip to shreds. Okay, back to the topic. So buy your Raycons. All right, the second thing I purchased, you all, I'm going to show you. It's my show. We can take time. We ain't got nothing but time. Where y'all going? I purchased this little thingy. And look, you get to charge this little station. You get to charge everything on the station. Now, let me demonstrate, because you know that's the educator in me. Move the mic back a little. You have to demonstrate. So let's model. So look. So this is a little AirPod thing that you're actually charging, right? You're not going to use them once you get the Raycons. I'm just going to keep it real. You're not. So let's say we charge this. We place it right here. And look. It charges. You open it up. I don't want to do too much because it'll knock out my technology. But there we go. See? You put on your little side bed, right? Now, my watch, I think I took it off. Oh, I wanted to demonstrate. Anyway, the watch I took off. I don't know why, but I should have left it on. But anyway, I put my little watch right here on the side, my little Apple Watch. Why did I take the watch off? Oh, that messed up my demonstration. But I'll show you again next week when we review this. Alrighty? So that goes for that. Then I put on... See, this is why I need an assistant to be up in here. I should rip Carlos to shreds. Give me 1 second, you all. I got to pick this up. Alrighty. Alrighty. So we talked about the Raycons. I wanted to put those on here. So the Raycons fit too. So look, I put those here. Alright, see that? Your cell phone goes right here. So you charge it and it just knocks everything out. Normally your Apple Watch goes here. If you have an Apple Watch, you know what I'm talking about. It goes right here, right? You put that there and that's where the Apple Watch goes. It is a fabulous compartment. So I'm telling you today, go on Amazon. You can order it. It's called the Charger Dock Output. Charger Dock Output. Charger Dock Output. So ordered on Amazon. It was only like, I think I paid $20 for it, $21. So get it. It's so convenient. I'm so serious, you all. Miss Gulick, you are my third grade teacher. Miss Gulick, before you leave, my niece, my oldest niece, Brianna McCain, she just recently got her, a year ago, she got her bachelor's degree in education. She's been a third grade first year teacher. She got Teacher of the Year her first year. Oh, I've been teaching 15 years, barely got a certificate. And this heifer goes and gets Teacher of the Year first year. Miss Gulick, she's now teaching at Red Cliff Elementary, my original elementary school. And guess what grade she's teaching, Miss Gulick? Third grade. How miraculous is that? Praise the Lord. Shayna, don't go nowhere because I'm going to have to demonstrate in a second. Alrighty. So that's that. So get the Raycon AirPods. Righty. So once again, I'm loose. Get the Raycon AirPods. Perfect. Get the charging dock station. It is wonderful, you all. It charges so quickly. And last but not least, go get the smart sensor. This is a smart sensor for your phone. I mean, your car. What is that? What is that? It's another gadget. So listen, it is this sensor where you put this on your car, and guess what? Let me see if I can make it work. Oh, I got to plug it in. Anyway, you plug it in, you sit your phone in this, and it opens up. and then it closes. So you don't have to worry about your phone falling when you're driving. So when we get back to after the pandemic, after everything's done, go on Amazon. It is called Simple Fast. It's called Simple Fast. Order it. It is an electronic little phone holder. And it opens up. See the little arms here? They expand. And then you put your phone there, you just slide your phone in, it fits your phone. And then it closes. Isn't it perfect? And then you can do two things. Look at the back of it. You can put this in your little air vent. See that part? You can put that part in your air vent, or you can use this part to clamp to this. So instead of having that part, you can clamp this, and then this goes to your windshield. Alrighty. So get these items. Alrighty. Isn't that perfect? So again, this is called Simple Fast. So get the Raycon, get the Simple Fast, the Raycon. I'm gonna see if I can do it all in one, and get the charging station. Alrighty. These are the items you need to buy. Once again, the Simple Fast on Amazon. This is like $45, or this is about $45. Alrighty, $45. This station is about $21. And then of course, the Raycon AirPods. These are $80. So get your pair. Alright, I'm exhausted. That's enough plugging like I'm Wendy Williams. Alrighty. I love to read. Where the Red Fern Grows. Read this book to your kids, you all, during this pandemic. This is my favorite book as a child. Where the Red Fern Grows. You ever read this book before? Remember with the dogs? What is it? For the millions who love the incredible journey. An Old Yeller. Alrighty? A heartwarming tale of adventure and friendship you'll never forget. And this is by Wilson Rawls. So make certain that you go and read this. It's Little Ann and Old Dan were the dogs, and then Billy was the main character. So Billy, and then Little Ann and Old Dan. Y'all remember reading this in school, right? So read this to your child while you're at home. Alrighty, read this to your child. I love it. So that's the book that I'm plugging for this particular month. Where the Red Fern Grows. I don't even want to put it down. I feel like a child again, but guess what? I want to go reread it. Just like I rewatched The Little Mermaid, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and all the Whitney Houston concerts. I rewatch all Whitney Houston concerts from the 80s, because she pumps it back then. I reread all my old favorite children's books. You just wait till I start reading Shel Silverstein's. Next week, we're going to talk about Shel Silverstein. But this week, I'm going to plug Wilson Rawls, Where the Red Fern Grows. Read it to your kids. I'm serious. Get your little popcorn and let's do story time. Before they go to bed, read the Bible, though. Clear their minds and those spirits to make something they're good. And then we just read. A legend lives again. I heard the old Indian legend about the red fern. How a little Indian boy and a girl were lost in a blizzard and had frozen to death. In the spring, when they were found, a beautiful red fern had grown up between their bodies. The story went on to say that only an angel could plant the seeds of a red fern. And they never died. Where one grew, the spot was sacred. Where the Red Fern Grows. An unforgettable adventure story of astonishing beauty and amazing power. Please go get this. Alrighty, that's number 1. Number 2. I'm Not Your Negro. You all know that I love James Baldwin. When I do open my school, plugging the James Baldwin Collegiate Academy for Great Thinkers for Boys here in Washington, the District of Columbia. I would love to open up my own school here in the District of Columbia for all boys. And this is who I would name my school after, James Baldwin. But I'm Not Your Negro, from a perspective of just connecting to your culture as a black person. Read this. Watch the documentary. It really, really helps. Alrighty. And last but not least, so once again, we're going to plug Where the Red Fern Grows by Wilson Rawls. I'm Not Your Negro by James Baldwin. Watch it. And last, you've got to read Michelle Obama's Becoming. Read Michelle Obama's Becoming. Alrighty. So if you have not read anything during this pandemic, please go and read, you all. I love reading. I love reading. So the 3 books that I'm plugging this particular week include Where the Red Fern Grows by Wilson Rawls. I'm Not Your Negro. Of course, it is directed by Ray Peck. Ray Peck in that case. Ray Peck. Inspired by James Baldwin. And of course, Becoming by Michelle Obama. Alrighty? So these are the 3 books for the month. Becoming, I'm Not Your Negro, and Where the Red From Grows. Read this one to your kids. Outstanding. Righty? Alrighty. To the show. What are you watching tonight? What are you watching? So you all drop your comments for me, please, very quickly. What are you binge watching? I know from me firsthand, we've got to talk about The Tiger King. So first show tonight, we're going to talk about The Tiger King. Alrighty. Have you all seen The Tiger King? Have you seen it? Let's see who has seen it. So let's try to see who's on here. Let me talk to Danielle. Let's see if she come on camera. Why did you say you always can't bring people on camera? I don't understand this. I've got to figure out how to do this. It won't allow me. Okay, so my viewers, let's try to do invite. Let's do brown, invite. I'm just going to invite everybody. Whoever answers. Alrighty. So we've invited some people. Thank you so much for watching tonight, you all. Marco Brooks. We've just been talking for a little while. We've been talking about what are we binge watching tonight. What are we enjoying? What are we not? And I'm going to actually try to see if I can pull some people on. Technically, we always talk and we chat without doing all that, because this is the night when I'm not interviewing. But I like chatting with you all. So let's see if we can get Trudy to come on. I don't know if she can. And we're just going to find out what she's watching. Alrighty? It always tells me I can't. I don't understand that. Why does it tell me I can't? So anyway, whoever's totally savvy in the technological world of Facebook, and you can bring people on. I don't know why it won't always allow me. Danya, did it invite you? Tell me yes or no, just so I can know to troubleshoot. Alrighty. So anyway, we're going to keep it moving just independently like we always do. I'll invite my brother. Alrighty. So tonight we're watching, Insecure. Oh my God, Insecure. So I watched it the other night. Let's talk about that. We'll come back to The Tiger King. The Tiger King Real Talk. The only thing I'm going to say about The Tiger King before I move on from this is, if you have not seen The Tiger King on Netflix, Hulu, previously Netflix, it is about a guy who, you got a wave. Did you get an invite though, Danielle, to actually join this, to join me? Oh, it says to watch. I actually want you to be able to come in and I call you. I don't know why it won't allow me to actually be able to call you in. I don't know. So we'll see what happens. We'll figure this out. I'm not even going to stress right now. I don't know. I'm going to have to do some more research on that. It hasn't allowed me to do this in a while. I don't know. Anyway, The Tiger King. So it's about this guy. He has an animal farm, but more specifically a tiger farm. And so he purchases tigers and all this other stuff. And he breeds illegally. And as a result, he's competing with... Danielle, you have to request to join me. That's how that works. So if you would like to talk to me, please just request and share with me real quick. If you don't like watching, if you don't mind sharing in, if you watch Tiger King, please just share with me real quick to the capacity of what you think about the show. So Tiger King, he has tigers, etc., etc., but he literally went to the extreme of having an antagonist in this case, his opposition, Carol. And Carol has a tiger farm as well. They ended up being rivals. Their employees end up suffering, and as a result, he ended up going to prison because he took it to the next extreme. Please watch The Tiger King, Joe the Tiger King. Do you think Carol is guilty? If you watch it, you'll know what I'm talking about. So drop me a message real quick. What am I talking about? What is Carol guilty of? If you watch Joe the Tiger King on Netflix, what is Carol guilty of? That to me is the show. I'm coming to that, Daniel. Don't go nowhere. Alrighty, that's number 1. So number 1, The Tiger King on Netflix. Number 2, Insecure. Now, how many of you are insecure in your relationships? Friendships? It doesn't matter what. Are you good job, Trudy. Did Carol kill her husband? Did Carol kill her husband on Joe the Tiger King? If you believe Carol killed him, let me know. Number 2, Miss Lynette said, Insecure. Now, I watched Insecure last night. How do you feel is Molly being over the top when insecure? Is Molly being over the top and insecure? And if she is, how can you relate to her character? I personally feel Molly is in a place where she's trying to find herself and she wants to advance. There's nothing wrong with that. We all evolve, right? But I think she's personally starting to get in her feelings because Issa is evolving. I used to have a student back in the day at Riverdale Baptist when I taught in Riverdale back in 2007, 7, named Issa Bryant. So I'm sorry, Issa, but your name now is known as the main character. Good job, girl. Told you your teaching as an English teacher would teach you to do this. But Issa, I'm proud of Issa. She's on her grind. She's coming up. She's improving. You know, she's doing her things, right? I believe that Issa's doing her thing. And in that, sometimes when you have friends, when you're doing your thing and you're just trying to improve, they don't acknowledge you. They can't deal with you improving because sometimes when people are used to you being reliant of them and depending upon them, they'll treat you real shady. Do you agree? Is Molly shady? Now, should Issa have made contact with Nick and Issa's new man? Alrighty? Not Issa. Molly's new man. So Issa called Molly's new man, but she did hit Issa. She did hit Molly at first. That's like my best. I say, hey, Victor, Tristan or Victor. Hey, all my good girls, Soraya, Trudy, Shayna, or Lynette. So those are my good girls. And Kim, and Jermaine, and Debbie. I got a lot of good girls. And Shanna Moody, and Tamika Mobley. These are all my good girls. And my sister, Tammy. So I got so many good girls. But you call increase. So you call all your best friends and you say, hey, can you please call me in a favor? I need your help. And your friend shades you. Do you feel as though Issa should not have asked Molly for a hookup as a friend? I think it's a thin line. One of my dearest friends, you all, one of my sisters, really, Lynette Bacchus, she's my boss. She's been my boss, my employee, could fire me on many occasions and many days. But she's always kept it very, very, very veiled. You know, when you walk down the aisle as a bride, you have the veil on. She's always kept it very, hey, do your job, be very serious. And I've always loved it about her. She keeps me on my toes. So I get it. I would never call her and say, hey, girl, hook me up on XYZ. No. So, Issa, I don't like the fact that you did call Molly for a hookup. But at the same time, I still do get that, hey, you're trying to get ahead. So, what are your feelings on that? Lynette says she's evolving and Molly is I believe that. I believe Molly is blind to Issa's evolution. Issa's on her grind. And one thing about improving, Whitney Houston said the greatest love of all is inside of you. One of the greatest things you can learn is how to love yourself. And Issa has finally learned how to love herself, right? So beware of people who don't love you when you're just trying to be well. I speak on behalf of myself, you all. I try to be the best educator, the best friend, the best brother, the best uncle, the best son, the best friend, the best neighbor, the best Christian. I try to be the best human being possible. And it doesn't always come across positively with others. I have friends who have never recognized anything that I do. I'm in a doctorate program. I'm an educator of 15 years. I have my own self-made show, Live, Love, Live Life, and Live for Real, exclusively Live for Real, as well as side Chopwell Confessions. I have a lot going on in my life that I try to give positively to the world. And I have friends who have never recognized me, never called me on their shows, never anything. And it's all right, because too much is given, much is required. Those same people that don't acknowledge me, I, in return, because of who I am, will extend olive branches to them in the future. And I'll still invite them to be a part of my world because I love for real. My goal, my mission, and my vision is to just to spread love. And sometimes love gets complicated. And Issa to Molly, the love is kind of complicated. So those girls need to work that out, right? So anyway, that's number 2. Number 3, Danya dropped real quick. Danya, what did you say? You said you watch Dead to Me. Oh, Dead to Me. I love Dead to Me with Miss Christina Applegate. I'm very well diverse in the world of watching and binge watching. So Miss Dead to Me, they're now on season 2. If you have not seen season 2 of Dead to Me with Christina Applegate, who is Christina Applegate, you all? I'm waiting on the quiz, black folks. Oh, okay, we got white people watching too, and Asians, and we watch with everybody. But black people, we sometimes can watch family shows. Juice, Color Purple type shows. What are you watching other than that? So with my culture of African Americans, I know sometimes we like watching nice comedies, etc. But who is Kristen Applegate? Right, she played on Married with Children. What was her character? What was Married to Children's Kristen Applegate characters? What was her name? She was, oh my God. I can't remember for anything. If you're watching, what is Christina Applegate's name on Married to Children back in the day? What was her character's name? Love and Marriage was the song. Love and marriage, go together like a horse and carriage. It's a something. They will say it's elementary. Love and marriage. Right? Dun 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 dun. Dun dun. Something like that. That was the theme. Love and marriage. Go together like a horse and carriage. It's something. I remember that. I can't remember her character though. Kelly. That was her name, Kelly. That girl, you be on it. So we grew up in the 80s, 90s, so we already know these shows. So with that being said, she's on Dead to Me. You've got to see it. They're now on season 2. And if you don't know what Dead to Me is about, it's a show about a lady who accidentally killed her husband. Oops. But it's in the trailer. She killed her husband. And she didn't kill her husband. The lady who's connected to her killed her husband. And then she, in return, ended up working for her. Now, how scandalous is it for someone to do something dirty to you and then end up becoming one of your employees? And you don't know it. Right. Live, love, live life, and live for real on that. Right. So, with that being said, she literally, she was in a car with her husband. They were driving down the street. It was a snowstorm. And she accidentally ran over her husband and killed him. And then she ended up applying and getting a job. And that's how he's dead to me. So you got to watch the show, though, because there's a twist to it. That didn't give the show away. I promise you it didn't. So go and watch that. So the 3 shows we've discussed so far was, number 1, Joe the Tiger King on Netflix. You've got to watch it. Joe's in jail right now, though. We got to free Joe, not Bobby Brown. Hashtag, let me see if I can type that over here in Instagram world. Alrighty. Hashtag free Joe Tiger King. Free Joe Tiger King. Instagram, I ain't typing in your world because every time I play with you all, I ended up. Can I type it over here? Let's see. Let's do a hashtag. Hashtag free Joe Tiger King. We're going to send that out. Oh, they're here. I see them now. Alrighty. So, free Joe Tiger King. That's an Instagram world. I mean, that's in Facebook world. So, number 1. Number 2, Insecure. Lynette Barkis said to me, hey, let's do Insecure. Are you all insecure? I used to be. I used to be very insecure. So, I'm going to type that in for our second binge watch show tonight. We're going to go and watch number 2, which is Insecure. So, if you have not seen that, we're going to hashtag Insecure. Alrighty. So, Joe the Tiger King, the second one is Insecure. Are you all insecure? I used to be very insecure in relationships. And it's not because I'm an insecure person. But because sometimes in life, people can, when you're a good person, and you treat people right, and you do well, and you take care of people. I'm from the South. I'm going to take care of people. And those that I love especially. But I've been in situations where people have taken advantage of me, and have not loved me like I would like to be loved. And like I should have loved myself better. Never give your heart to someone and allow them to be in control of how you're loved. Don't ever give anybody that type of control of your life, people, okay? So make certain that you keep a very, very tight shift and control over who you're allowing to have power over your life. And as I watch Insecure, the one thing that I've actually learned from that show is be very confident in who you are as a person and don't allow love to blind you. Don't allow love to blind you tonight, people. So as you watch these shows, there are messages and themes in these shows that is designed and to convey a message that will empower you. And empower you such a way that you walk away from the show not feeling and looking the same. I'm so serious. I don't just put any and everything in my spirit when I watch television shows and I watch shows and stuff. So when I binge watch these shows, I really, really try to make certain that I'm watching shows that is invested, that really, really invest in the productivity of me being a better person. I like a good piece of drama. I'm not lying and saying that I don't. But I don't like watching a bunch of crime shows. Carlos watches a bunch of crime stuff, and sometimes it can get very dark and depressing. And then when you start dealing with people who are trying to figure out how to get you up out of here, then that leads us to Joe the Tiger King. So number one tonight, if you're just tuning in, I'm Marco Brooks. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tonight we're talking about the shows that we binge watch in Instagram world. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as we tune in, we're talking about our shows. So number one was the Tiger King. Stop watching those crime shows because it'll lead you to trying to figure out how to get rid of Carol Baskin, or whatever her name is. I would love to free Joe the Tiger King. So let's hashtag Joe the Tiger King. Number two, Insecure, with Issa and good girl Molly. They're having a feud right now. We're going to tune in next week to see how they work that out. Let's talk about that next week. I just want to know the update. So how does that work out? Number three, we were talking about tonight, Dead to Me with Kristen Applegate. I love that show as well. So go and watch those three. Joe the Tiger King. Number two, Insecure. And then number three, what do we say? Dead to Me with Kristen Applegate. Now, number four, Outer Bank. I have not seen Outer Bank, so I'm going to go watch Outer Bank. That's number four. Number five, are y'all ready? Excuse me. Ozark. If you have not seen Ozark, you have to tune in. Tune in tonight to Ozark. So if you have not seen Ozark, you have to. Y'all making me Mariah Carey over here. You've got to tune in to Ozark. All right. So tune in to Ozark. It totally blows your mind at the end. I tuned into Ozark, and it's slow. It's very conservative. And it's a slow build. Is that my fabulous cousin? All-time favorite fabulous cousin, Tanisha Nene. Thunderberg Hicks. She's one of my great girls. Hey, Tanisha girl, I love you. Happy former Mother's Day. Happy belated Mother's Day, not former. Happy belated Mother's Day to all the mothers who are tuning in. Hey, Tanisha girl, I love you. So anyway, so Ruth is the truth, Danya. You're right. Ruth is no joke. I hated Ruth. I hate to use that word. Excuse me. It's just the world of television. I don't mean that. Please forgive me for that. That's not how we love for real. I don't hate her. I just dislike the character, the characteristics of the character, her traits. But she was a rotten girl that needed to be ripped to shreds. But was she ripped to shreds in the end? So make certain that you tune in. Alrighty. So the shows we tuned in tonight, your binge-worthy watching shows. Number one, Tiger King. Joe the Tiger King. How many of you all have family members like Joe the Tiger King? He's creating bombs. He's blowing up Carol King on social media. He's totally going after her. So Joe the Tiger King, stop with the crime TV. That's number one. Number two, Insecure with Issa and Molly. I hope Issa and Molly work it out. I'm so sick of Housewives of Atlanta type stuff. Stop with all this Housewives of Atlanta. I'm sick of... Did you all watch the Housewives of Atlanta reunion? Part 1. What do you think of Nene? I just want your thoughts. Drop them real quick. What do you think of Nene? Is she doing the most? I kind of think Nene need to chill out. Okay. And to be honest with you, I love Candy. I'm Team Nene, but I'm tired of that whole getting mad, storming, and running. That doesn't work. When you get mad, face stuff, keep it moving. So Nene's doing the most. Candy, I'm so tired of knowing how much money you make. I'm so serious. I am so tired of hearing how much Candy Burris makes. Now, you all know I'm from the South. We just do what we do. We really, truly used to do it for free. Until social media, we really didn't even care about how much people make. But now they're into it. I'm sick of Nene. I'm sick of Candy with this how much money you make. Girl, who were you when we were just doing our escape What I need from you. What's one of your favorite Escape songs? That's SWV. Is it Understanding? What I need from you is understanding. When we communicate, please tell me what I say. Who is that? Who sings that? What I need from you is understanding. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Understanding is what I need. Oh, that was Escape. What were they known for? As I stand here contemplating on the right thing to this. I can't remember that song. Oh, my life, where will I go? Where they carry me? What was that song? Who can I run to? Anyway, y'all know I'm hoarse tonight. That's Escape, right? I get Escape confused with SWV. I grew up a church boy. We had to sneak to watch R&B. We used to watch gospel. We watched Soul Train and stuff like that. But then my sister would break us out. She was a rebel. So we go to May Park and all that. But I remember that. Candy. So girl, we know about your songs. Every girl is dun 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 dun. Everyone's a bunch of run down dun 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 dun. Kick off your shoes and relax. That's it. Party on down to the Escape something, baby. Just kick it. Just kick it. I remember that. Something like that. But anyway, that's that. So Candy, stop talking about your money. Girl, we love you in spite of how much money you make. See, I was able to do a little mini Escape, little concert of just my familiar tunes of how I fell in love with her. And I love Candy. She feels like one of my sisters, one of my dear friends. So stop with all that. Every time you talk, and you know what? I'm going to be real. I'm not signing no prenup. I'm not going to marry you and sign a prenup. So Todd, you really may have been on the up like like Candy mama say. You might be on the up and up. Because I don't think that I would have been able to sign no prenup. I'm not going to cook, clean, do curtains and decorate and do all this other stuff, and I got to sign a piece of paper and you get to roll when you decide that you're going to do what you're going to do. That's a whole other Wait and Exhale show. We're going to do a Wait and Exhale show one night, but I ain't fooling with you. So Candy, stop it. Cut it out. Y'all can tell I'm irritated by that because she's a good girl. But she make it seem like her 30 million, which is fabulously 30 million net worth, I Googled it, is all that matters, and it's not. So Nene, cut it out. Candy, cut it out. Portia, you were drinking the other night, and I could tell because you were showing your behind. Portia was out of control. Portia was acting like a girl in church. You know when you grew up in church, if you grew up down south, you know what I'm talking about? And you were singing, and you were into it, and then when you open your mouth to sing, and the notes were off, or you were giving a speech, and the person just went from praying and speaking positive to start going into what they call the worldly thing. So you start telling people off in your sermon or telling people off in your speech, and they pull the plug down south. And how do they pull the plug down south? They'll say things like, so you stand up in front of the church and you say, alrighty, first giving honor, to the Lord. I don't like using the Lord's name in vain, y'all, from the south. But first giving honor to the Lord who's head of my life, blah, blah, blah. I want to say that, we doing good, blah, 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 blah. But what I want to say is, Sister Parson, you had no idea showing up to my husband's house and creeping with my husband. And they said, woo, girl, pull up mic. And they say, all right. We want to thank Sister Givens for her words. Thank you. And they sit Sister down. Righty. That's what they needed to do with these housewives. So, Portia, the other night, you were really, really showing your behind like a church woman in church. They need to pull your mic. Now, I don't like Kenya from a perspective of her character traits, but she was she was the first Miss Black Universe, and I respect her for that because she's gorgeous. But Kenya, I'm over you. I'm so over you, girl. Kenya, I'm over you. But y'all didn't have to gang up on Kenya the other night. They were just ganging up on Kenya. So Kenya, yeah. Now, hear me, Portia, I hope you don't hate me for saying this, But Portia baby does look like Dennis with a bow. I'm hashtagging that. Did y'all watch Housewives of the Night? I'm gonna put it in here. Dennis with the bow. Did y'all watch that? Instagram, did y'all watch it? On Real Housewives of Atlanta? When Eva said that the baby looks like Dennis with the bow. How did you think she meant that? Because I didn't really take it as shade. I didn't take it as shady. I really took it as the baby really does look like her daddy. How many times in the black community we say, child, you look just like your daddy. Your daddy spit you out. He literally... I'm sorry, I got to giggle. That baby doesn't like, the baby looks like Dennis with a bow. And Portia got so mad at Eva. So Eva, if you watching, girl, I'm just going to be real with you. That was funny. Portia, get out of your feelings, girl. We're from the South. You know, if a baby looks like her father, there are two responses down South. What do we say down South when you look like your daddy? They say, ooh, he looked just like his daddy. What do they say next? You can't lie about that one. You spit that one out. That's what they say about men. When a baby looks like their mom, what do they say? Girl, you look like your mama. That's it. Girl, you look like your mama. But when you look like your daddy, they say, ooh, you spit that one out. And then they look at the daddy and say, you can't lie about that one. Now, that's real trifling, black people. We need to stop doing that. We just stereotype our black men. You can't lie about that one, but real talk. So, you look. All of them are new mothers. Portia and Kenya, you all are new mothers. Stop being ratchet and showing y'all behinds. Alrighty? But I want to be a daddy. I've decided I really want to be a daddy. I want to have a Marco Jr. It just warms my heart when I think about being a daddy. I'm not saying I'm going to become one. But I would really like to be a father. I've given back 15 years of my life to just sewing into hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and now thousands of students. And they always say, oh, Mr. Brooks, you're a daddy. Yeah, Mr. Brooks is that Mr. Brooks, but Marco and Mr. Brooks are two different people, okay? Mr. Brooks Mr. Brooks and Marco don't even get along. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Marco Brooks and Mr. Brooks, they don't get along. If Mr. Brooks walk in the room, Marco say, look at him. He can get on my... Marco and Mr. Brooks don't get along, so I'm going to go ahead and put that out, alrighty? When I first started teaching, I really had to I didn't put on a character, but I had to really separate the two worlds. Because Marco's out of control. Marco live love, live life, and live for real. He does. Marco don't have no boundaries. Marco will run up on you and set it straight. Okay? I'm talking dirt road style. If you grew up with me down south, you know that I don't talk no trash. I'm physical. And I get physical real quick. Don't say nothing else to me now. And I really had to discipline that. Because I would sit in meetings. And people would try me. And I'm from the dirt road south of Mustardfield Road, Jackson, South Carolina, where nobody breaks it up unless somebody walk around the corner and say, that's enough now. You just lost this one. Y'all know them fights down south when you were growing up. And you fight until the cows come home. And you fight, you tear off T-shirts. I couldn't beat my cousin Keisha. Y'all, my cousin Keisha Jackson, let me here to tell you. She's not a Jackson. She's actually Keisha Glover. Keisha Jackson Glover. She married Antron. I fainted at their funeral. That's a whole other story. I went to a wedding. I'm actually licensed and ordained. I was doing a wedding. And I fainted at the wedding while I was performing the wedding. Years ago, I fainted at the wedding while I was performing the wedding. I fainted at my cousin's wedding. We'll talk about that later. But anyway, see, that just totally threw me off. But anyway, make a long story short, because I'm going to bring it in tonight. I don't want to do too many stories. Oh, that just took me back a whole nother lane when I thought about fainting at the wedding, at my cousin's wedding. But anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, good to see everybody tonight. What was I saying before I started talking about my cousin Keisha's wedding? Oh, being a daddy. I really want to be a daddy. I do. I want to be a father. I've given back to so many students and they say, oh, Mr. Brooks, you've been a daddy. Oh, you'd be a great daddy. But I really would love to experience my own seed. And no, I'm not adopting. Not speaking against adoption. Please forgive me for those that do believe in adoption. And I do believe in adoption. I do. But I just personally do not want to adopt. I want to at least try to have my own kid. And I've already decided I'm going to name him Sydney Levert. That is his name or her name. Why would you call her Sydney Levert? I don't know. Sydney. My favorite city in the entire world is Sydney, Australia. I've always wanted to visit the other side of the world, and just before we were getting ready to go, the pandemic occurred, so I haven't made it there. That's probably one of the only countries I probably haven't been to, Australia. But I wanted to go to Australia, Sydney, and I just always loved that name. That was my dream city. So Sydney Levert is my middle name is Levert, Lavert, not Le, Lavert, and I just always said my son's name would be Sydney Levert Brooks. So from my mouth to your ear, if I ever have a son or a daughter, if I have a daughter, I'll change her middle name. No, I'm probably going to do Sydney Levert. It's unisex. So my daughter or my son's name will be Sydney Levert. So go ahead and put that out into the atmosphere that Sydney Levert Brooks one day will appear on this earth. Look out. Are y'all ready for Marco Jr.? Are y'all really ready for Marco Jr.? I got to think about that one. I used to watch The Little Mermaid. My cousin Kevin, my first cousin Kevin, that's my first best friend ever in the entire world. My cousin Kevin, that's my first best friend. We used to get in all types of trouble. My second was Jermaine Miller. But anyway, and then Trey Ivy and Sherrod Bryan and Jeremy Thomas. And then Shannon Moody and Tamika Mobley. I could go on. But anyway, we used to watch Little Mermaid, and Kevin, there was a scene in Little Mermaid where Sebastian said, "If you're thinking when I'm thinking, stop thinking." So maybe I need to stop thinking about being a daddy and just to kind of let it just kind of drift away. And, it is what it is. Maybe I'm not ready for that. But I would love to just be a daddy. I don't mind being vulnerable and share that. But anyway, so I drifted off into a whole nother world. But anyway, tonight we talked about binge watch shows. And I said all that to say this. When I watch these shows, you all, I have these types of thoughts. I think about my life. I think about what needs to change, what I need to improve. How do I need to grow? I reflect over the past. And these shows are not just shows that you watch and you just watching them. You should connect. You should make certain that you are connected to these shows. And it's not just a show that you just watching frivolously. Remember back in the day we used to watch sitcoms, family sitcoms such as Family Matters and The Cosby Show and Roseanne and The Golden Girls and all these great shows. Those shows changed our lives. Living Single, Facts of Life, all of those great shows. So go back and rewatch all of that and let it mold your spirit and your heart. So as you're binge watching tonight and you're binge watching during this pandemic, go back and rewatch these shows, whether it be a Netflix original, whether it be an old school sitcom of the 90s, think TGI Friday, Thank God It's Friday, or whether it be something that you just really wanted to watch that's a series and you wanted to catch up on. Watch it for the meaningful desire of purpose to inspire your life, to lift you up. Alrighty? We've shared so much tonight and you've been so patient and you watched. And I just want to say thank you so much. Tonight we're going to recap the shows that we've pretty much seen. We want to recap, include, first, number 1, Tiger King. Joe the Tiger King. If you haven't seen it, go and watch that show. It's hilarious, you all. I'm going to be honest. And if you don't know about Carol Baskin, you're going to soon find out. She's off the chain. So go and watch that show. It's hilarious. Please go and watch it. Number 2, Insecure. Thank you, Lynette, for suggesting that. I watch it. They're now getting ready to end it. That battle between Issa and Molly. Go and watch it. Number 3, go and see Dead to Me with Christina Applegate. They're on season 2. Go see it. Number 4, Outer Bank. 5, Ozark. Go see Ozark. It was amazing. The ending will just blow your mind. And then last, what did we say for the last one? I can't remember what we drifted into. But anyway, go see it. Alrighty? So, once again, to my Instagram followers, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I love you all. Thank you so much. To Facebook, thank you I love you all. Always remember to live, love, live life, and live for real no matter what you're going through in your life. Use these shows that have inspired you to go and just have fun and watch them. But be inspired with them. Oh, and then we ended with Housewives of Atlanta. Now, I love Housewives of Atlanta. I love Beverly Hills, and I love New York. Those are my 3 housewives shows. So when I watch them, though, I make certain that none of my cousins are acting like any of these housewives. Because I'm going to pull you to the carpet like a church mama in church. Like y'all should have done Portia. Pull the plug. If you one of these housewives or you're getting into it with your friends and you're doing all this crazy stuff, cut it out. You're a mother. Stop all that. Have a civilized conversation with people and rationalize. It's okay to have differences, but have it with respect. I love Eva. I love Portia. I love Nene. Candy, stop it. Nene, stop being a bully. Candy, stop talking about your money. Eva, just stop being wrong and not taking ownership. Just stop coming for people for no reason. Say what you got to say and keep it moving. But I love Eva because she keeps it real. Portia, you are everybody's sister and cousin. Stop drinking and going on these shows. You need to pull the plug. And that's pretty much it. So go and binge watch those shows, you all. Let's help Joe the Tiger King get out of jail. Let's make certain that Molly and Issa get through their battle in Insecure. Let's make certain that in Ozark, we make certain that Mel and Ruth, there's a next level to the next season of Ozark. Let's make certain that the housewives stop with the drama. I ain't going to even get into them tonight because that's a whole nother episode. I do Housewives of Atlanta, I do New York, and I do Beverly Hills. Those are my 3 housewife shows. So yeah, we talked enough tonight. I told you to go buy the Ray J AirPods. My 3 top books to read while you're sitting down with your children with nothing to do. If you are bored, read our famous childhood read, Where the Rare Fern Grows by Wilson Rawls. I love this book. It's one of my favorites. Absolutely loved it. So go and read that. Where the Rare Fern Grows. If you're into making certain that you connect with your culture as African American, or you just want to connect with another culture that deals with social injustices and oppression issues, then go and watch and read I'm Not Your Negro with the famous and infamous James Baldwin. Love him. And then finally, go and read that inspirational upread by our First Lady, the first African American First Lady of America, and first African-American First Lady of the United States, specifically, which is America, of our culture, Becoming by Michelle Obama. I saw her in person here in D.C. It was fabulous. She spoke highly. But read the book much more closely. And then there's a Netflix series that she's getting ready to come out, which is a documentary. So watch that. But read the book first. So read that first, alrighty? I've enjoyed you all tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Marker Brooks. We are always sit and watch for an hour where we chat and talk about those topics that help us to live for real. But not just live for real. We live, love, live life, and live for real. I'm going to stop into your homes nightly. Well, nightly I do. Daily I do. With my inspirational quotes. Wake up in the morning and be inspired with my inspirational quotes, where I inspire you and challenge you to live, love, live life, and live for real, but just reflecting off of my words of inspiration. So please tune in every single morning, you all. Don't just view, but press like. If you're on Instagram or Facebook, just press like. I want to know that you're viewing. And it's okay to type me your comments. Let me know how you're being inspired. Please give me your thoughts. Just type it. What's wrong with y'all typing? Quit just pressing like. Tell me what's going on. So you'll see me daily on my inspirational quotes, where I live, love, live life, and live for real. And I inspire you every single morning with, anecdotes and little positive affirmations to get you to think about some things. And then every single Monday we meet you here where we give you little life tips. We share little life secrets with you to make sure that you live and love, live life, and live for real. Every now and then we hit an interview or two. And then finally during the week, I give you moments of inspiration and encouragement as an educator, where I host Chalkboard Confessions. So you can see me not only daily with inspirational live for real quotes, but you can see me every Monday here. And you can also see me every Thursday where I host Chalkboard Confessions. Alrighty? I'm Marker Brooks. Always remember to live, love, live life, and live for real. Always be the motivation for your life and others. Never be the distraction. Alrighty? Be the motivation. I hope you are always inspired. I hope that my life is inspiring you to want to live and live better. And I hope most definitely that my words touch your heart And then it not only touches your heart, but it provokes you to cause action to live your best life. Alrighty? I'm Marco Brooks, as I always say. Be the motivation for your life, not the distraction. Until next Monday, I'll see you in the morning and on Thursday with Chalkboard Confessions. Until then, keep binge watching worthy type television programs that positively uplift your spirit, you and your family, and causes you to think, to not to just live, but to live love, live life, and live for real. See you next Monday. Alrighty, you all. Bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you all. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Tanisha. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you, cousin Kevin. Thank you, Ralph. Thank you, all you virtuous. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stephanie Harmony Faith. This is one of my former students, Stephanie Parker. James McCrae. Hey, James. Good to see you, man. So many people. Nesbitt, James, Evans, Hodges. Thank you for tuning in. Rose Bullock, thank you for tuning in tonight. Stefan Roberts, thank you. Shalom Wilburn, thank you for tuning in. Gina Lovett, staying focused, thank you so much for tuning in. Naya, D.L. Gray, Naya former students. Talib, thank you for tuning in. James Patterson, thank you so much for tuning in. Deron Siegler King, thank you. Ashley Royale, thank you for tuning in. Troy Cato, one of my college colleagues, thank you so much for tuning in. Darcy Seabrook, thank you so much. My cousin, one of my cousins. My cousin Alton's wife. April Carmichael, thank you for tuning in. Martin, thank you. My good girl and one of my good friends, Shayna, best girl. Thank you. Former teacher, Miss Gulick, third grade teacher, thank you. Antoine Cook, former colleague in this world and constituent of uplifting programs. Shanna, thank you. J.C. Williams, thank you. Amelia, thank you for tuning in. Shanti, thank you for tuning in. Alisa Lark, thank you. Some of my childhood friends, you all. Sharice, love you. Shay Shay, thank you. Another childhood friend. Olivia Chambers, Christopher Green. Miss Bryce. Lamont, thank you. Sarah Graves, I love you once again. Thank you for tuning in. Sean, thank you. Michelle Jones. Patrick Lewis, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all of you all. I tried to go through as much as I could and hit everybody. If I missed your name, it's just too many. Whew. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm Marco Brooks, your host of Live for Real. Always remember to be the motivation for life and not the distraction. Be the motivation for your life. When it gets hard, you all, please remember these words. To thine own self be true. Get up and get out of your own way. Be the motivation for your life, not the distraction. Always remember to live, love, live life, and live for real. Until next time, I'm Marco Brooks. Have a good night.